let's rock and roll a little bit. Let's talk about messaging. There's a transformation that's taking place. When Akbar said he got on that stage with Russell Brunson and he stomped his foot and he yelled, he felt expression. He was experiencing something that really is that ultimate alignment. The ultimate alignment that we're looking for is when your message is in alignment with you as the messenger. When the messenger becomes the message. But that's tricky to do. It's tricky to do because there is an alignment that's necessary. It's one of the fun things, especially as a speaker. Every single one of us in here is a communicator of some sort. You know, and when you get an endorsement like Akbar gave me last week, you know, it creeps in. I know every single one of us probably deal with this same thing. It initially creeps in the imposter syndrome. Is you begin hearing that voice in your head of, oh, I can't add up to that, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. And that little whisper starts creeping in. And so I just wanted to be transparent even from the beginning of that's something that we all deal with. And the reality is you're not an imposter. I'm not an imposter. But that voice that we hear is something that we have to have a counterattack against. And that's one of the things that I work with a lot of my clients, because that's something that every single one of us deals with. I'm really excited about this change that we've seen in what Akbar is experiencing. You know, when he got on that stage with Russell and he said he stomped his foot and he yelled for the first time that he ever remembered in his speaking, that what we're witnessing there was an alignment of the message with the messenger. And ultimately what we're looking for in all communication or where we're at our most powerful is when we are in full alignment, when the messenger is the message. When we become the message in totality. But it takes some intentionality to become that. It doesn't just happen naturally. And so, and I think every single one of us in here can absolutely agree. The number one thing that every single one of us are looking for is we're looking for someone to click the button. Is we're looking for someone to sign up for whatever the widget we have, sign up for the service that we are offering, because we feel like we've got something that can really help people. But far too often, and this isn't every time, but far too often people get this problem in reverse. Is they'll talk just about their widget, they'll talk about their service, and really they make it about themselves, and they wonder why nobody's responding. It's just like the person at any cocktail party that just talks about themselves, and they wonder why does anybody want to talk to me or hear what I have to say? If you're only really talking about yourself, that's really kind of a turnoff. And I highlight that just to say that comes into the mechanism that we use to communicate with. And you'll hear this in Akbar's message as he's speaking now. Really, there's got to be a cause that we're fighting for. The message has to be about them. But there's frameworks and there's principles at play that allow us to do that. But the reason the people don't click the button isn't because you're not offering something great. It's because there's a lack of connection. There's something that's missing within that communication that's just causing them to either swipe away, move away, or even just not hear the words that you're speaking, because there's just way too much noise. So there's an intentional way that we need to reach out with people. And there's a primary principle that I'm going to begin teaching you guys is that communication is just simple math. It's not personal. It's just simple math. Intentional communication creates an intentional outcome. If you're not getting the outcome that you're looking for, it's not personal. It doesn't mean you're a bad communicator. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that the service that you're offering is a bad service. It doesn't mean those things. It's just simple math. It means how you're communicating is just not getting the outcome that you're looking for. It just means tweaking the communication. It's not personal. It's just math. There's just something in the mechanism that is just not coming across the way that connects to that other person.